The Kapuas River is located in West Kalimantan on the island of Borneo, which is an important part of the islands that make up the country of Indonesia. 2003, Pastor Katagi is faced with the challenge of attempting to reach over 500 villages in the Kapuas River Valley, but no roads exist. The Kapuas River is the only highway into the interior of this part of the island. Local industry dot the banks, but the larger villages are further into the forest, where the men can harvest trees and hopefully float them out for processing and exportation. At the mouth of the river lies the city of Pontianak, a city of 2 million with a high proportion of ethnic Chinese. It is a bustling, exploding city of future expansion, as they haul large loads of dirt to recapture land from the boggy marshes in the area. A boat is clearly needed, but it is not until 2005 that the first boat is finally purchased and the floating clinic placed into service. But that boat only manages to stay afloat for a little over 2 years before the wood rots and it sinks. The current boat is outfitted for service and begins its work in early 2009. The plan is simple. Before they meet the potential medical patients, the pastor meets with the villagers for a few songs and Bible study. Children are an important part of this mission. They love to sing, and whenever possible, simple crafts are constructed so they can keep a reminder of the stories and lessons taught. Then the nurse meets with those needing medical help. Diabetes and hypertension are common here. With absolutely no other medical options available, any medication often produces dramatic effects. One lady was blind, but when given ophthalmological eye salve, her sight quickly returned. Not all parts of the river are friendly to Christians, but where they are, the seeds of the gospel seem to quickly sprout and take hold. On the list of local witch doctors, Tangio was number 3. As he tells a story, he listened to what was being said, but remained quiet until one day the village gathered outside the Spirit Stone enclosure for a wedding. It was time to bless the couple with the blood of a chicken, and that is when he changed his mind and told them not to kill the chicken. God's blood is what blesses them, not the chicken. God was stronger, and he would now give his life over to Jesus. Tangio is now a leader in the local church. Such conversions are thankfully not uncommon, and recently Pastor Saman Juntak saw over 26 people join this church in the village of Jung on the Kapuas River. In the last 4 years since he came to this remote part of the river, the pastor, though still unordained, has had over 150 baptisms in the various churches that he moves between. 10 months ago, Deli Cariso came from Manado as a part of the 1,000 missionary movement to help the local village of Jung. She became good friends with Renina, who had been diagnosed with terminal breast cancer. But through much prayer and natural remedies using poultices made of charcoal, ginger, garlic and turmeric, the cancer is now gone. God does answer prayer. It is very easy to calculate the absolute financial need for this mission outreach. The thousands of people in this valley are subsistence dwellers at best, with little to no ability to maintain the support for their pastors, or especially for the medical launch. Currently, a donor from Australia is providing the funding needed to keep the medical clinic and pastors operating for the next few years. Coincidentally, this mission lies exactly on the equator. Pastor Fina and the rest of the mission leadership is committed to not only maintain the current mission on the Kapuas, but to significantly increase the focus and effectiveness of this important part of God's world. Your help in meeting global mission needs is certainly needed. God is indeed working along the banks of the Kapuas River.
I'm your child, Lord Jesus, I'm your child. I'm your child, Lord Jesus, I'm your child. Every day, every hour, I can feel your Jesus.